AAA, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled 28, Mom of Two Evicted, then Homeless for 3 months. Let's get right into it.
I got my babies with me. I was about to get ready to go back to my cousin's house where I'm staying when I got the email that I got approved for a place to come fill out the papers. So I'm so happy, you guys. I've been homeless for almost 3.5 months since I got evicted and just been trying to find a place. So I'm so glad the universe has finally came through. So I just got approved for a place, you guys. I'm on my way there now to go and see it. Just finished signing my lease. I was literally late on my storage bill this week, and I was just trying to figure out how I can pay it so I can keep my stuff somewhere. But now I have a place that I can actually put my stuff in. I'm so fucking grateful right now.
Now, I want to ask this question seriously, because 90% of homeless children are the children of single moms. Why is it appropriate for a woman to make a video documenting that she's been homeless with 3 kids not considered child abuse? Seriously, why is that not considered child abuse or reckless childish endangerment? I'm being serious. Like, it's crazy. And the fact that she's TikToking just kind of shows something about her character and that how warped the mind of modern women are. But here is another video of her that kind of gives you a peek into her mindset. Take a look.
I've been at this welfare office for like almost 3 hours doing an intake interview, and when I tell y'all, the system is literally set up to go against you. I'm a single parent and homeless, and I still can't get benefits. How does that work? Can somebody explain that to me? Like, where is the logic in that?
The system is set up against you. And she also says that this country is ghetto. Our country is ghetto. She's not ghetto. No, of course not. Of course not. She's not ghetto. The country is ghetto because if she spends 3 hours in the welfare office, she is entitled to benefits. She's entitled to. They have to give her something. She met all the requirements. She made sure there was no man around. God knows who their kid's father is. Like, where's the kid's father is? Like, where are they? Right? Give the kid to the father. I think that's the rightful thing to do. This girl's on TikTok trying to get sympathy and build a following. And she does things like this. Check out this video. She's doing dances and stuff like that with her kids on TikTok while being homeless. Doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Maybe you guys can make sense of this. Anyway, this girl, she put it in pretty good terms. Take a look.
You know, I'm just out here trying to understand why women are suddenly finding standards and discovering where the bare minimum is when it comes to the next man. But you didn't have any of that when you were allowing somebody to impregnate you. I mean, I'm just finding it real interesting that you got all these requirements for men who are coming in after the fact, talking about how great they got to be and how involved they got to be and how much money they got to be willing to spend on children that they did not father. But the fathers, where was that energy? I'm trying to understand, because it seems real weird that you would suddenly tell a man who is just interested in dating you, even though you have children, which is by definition the baggage you bring with you, all these things he better be willing to do, and all these requirements and all these hoops that you set on fire that he got to jump through. You want him to do that to be with you because you're the prize all of a sudden after you've had kids. But you didn't have that energy. Nope. No standards, no bar for the bare minimum, no requirements for the men that you let offspring be put into you.
You know, it's very interesting. I'm glad someone else said it, not me. I'm glad that women are saying it besides me, because, listen, man, you have to understand this, ladies. If you have kids and you're trying to date, kids equal baggage. It's just the way it is. There's no way around it. And I get it. Kids need support. They need love. They need provision. And when you date a man, you're hoping that a man can provide for you and somebody else's kids. But the thing that she hit on the head is no one has more standards than single moms with multiple baby daddies. Nobody has higher standards for men than single moms with multiple baby daddies. And when I say this, I mean that literally. Like, check out this lady. This girl is a single mom with multiple baby daddies. Check her out.
I think one of the worst things about falling off or not being stable, especially when you know who the fuck you is the weird ass advice that people give you. because they start to feel like y'all in the same boat, or they give you like prevention advice. And I be so confused because the shit that they be saying, I just be like, well, that's on you. Like, no lie, the shit you saying does not resonate with me whatsoever fucking ever. And let me tell you why. I hate when I use this line, but this is my infamous line. Like I be saying, I really get money. So it's not like I fell off because I don't get money. Like a motherfucker will be telling me about how they struggle to keep up with something, and the upkeep, it'd be like $600. Baby, fell off or not, what makes you think that I'm about to be relating to this? Or the way that they be trying to get you to settle. I don't want that. I'm not taking that. I'm not accepting of that. Are you fucking crazy? Just trying to tell me to go live in the fucking projects. Never, never, ever. Bitch, what the fuck?
So she don't want to live in the projects. She feel like she's above the projects, but she behaves like someone from the projects. You can't make this shit up. She behaves like someone from the projects. And when people give her advice, she thinks that she's above it. Now, why would she think something like that? Why would she think something like that? Take a look at this. This is her. Tattoos all over her body. Tattoos on her chest. And this is her newborn baby. But she has other kids. She has a daughter as well. Take a look at her daughter.
You ever just be staring at your daughter like, girl, you gonna be T and you don't even know it yet. You gonna have to...
Shout out to the young girl, but she's already being raised to be on some horrible time. I feel for, again, where are the fathers? You have all these standards, all these requirements. How come you did not require a man to marry you before you carried? I think it's just obvious, right? It's just obvious. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
Tell me why I just shot my shot at this guy at the gas station. I never shoot my shot either. So you know he was fine shit. I seen him and I was like, hey, your fly's down. His fly was down. And he was like, oh shit. And then he was like, why are you looking at me right there? Yeah, he got my number. Stupid.
I'm telling you, man, these girls nowadays are wild. I remember I was working at this gym, LA Fitness. I can say it because I don't work at LA Fitness anymore. But when I used to work at LA Fitness, this was one girl. I don't know if she liked me or not. But every time I was walking by, I would have to tell her, like, look up, because she kept looking down at my crotch. Like, girls be crotch watching hard as hell. They want to see the sausage. This girl found a man that she liked and noticed that his fly was open, and he had the best comeback. Like, why are you looking down there, yo? And of course he got her number because she's trying to see what's down there. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
One thing I cannot stand is when you're dating a new person and their birthday comes before yours. Because like me, I need to know how you coming about me before I even flinch in your direction. You know? It's like, what do you do?
She got a good point. This happens to me a lot too. I be hoping that my birthday comes first, but usually doesn't. Especially because my birthday is the first month of the year. And if I meet somebody, generally their birthday's coming up. And my birthday's not coming up just yet until a brand new year starts after New Year's. And so, yeah, it's kind of weird. You don't want to get a gift for somebody that's not going to get you a good gift. And you can't tell if they're going to get you a good gift. And on top of that, you don't even know if you're going to be dating them by the time your birthday comes around. So it's definitely a pain. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Comment below. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
My Nana is married, and they have 2 separate houses because she says she doesn't want a man living with her. She literally says, I don't want a man in my bed. They have 2 separate apartments. And this is why I am the way I am. My Nana is...
Her Nana is a feminist. And she's, again, apparently married. She's married to a man, but they live in 2 separate houses. Married but living apart is this concept they're coming up with. And by the way, old people have started doing this already. It's like, I don't even know what's the purpose of getting married if you're going to live in 2 different places. But people are doing it anyway. I mean, what, they live in a different house, and when they die, you inherit their house, and now you got 2 houses? Ridiculous. But look, this girl, this surprised me that her Nana is a feminist. She has a septum ring. And to me, septum ring is a major red flag. I know a lot of girls do it because monkey see, monkey do. You do it, I'm going to do it too. And they're thinking it's part of a style. So if they want to be eclectic or they want to be hipster, they think they need to put a bull ring through their nose. It's unattractive, ladies. And I know it probably collects a lot of boogers and stuff like that. So if your hygiene ain't right, it's duly unattractive. I'm just saying, okay? It screams 304. But The fact that her nana is a feminist and she's clearly married to a simp, this girl's in a lot of trouble, guys. Stay away from girls like this. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
I went into a sad single girl spiral over the last 2 days. I'm 32 years old. I've never been in a relationship. And for the most part, I live my life very content and hopeful and at peace. But the last 2 days, I was triggered by every little thing. I saw a girl on TikTok posting, "I'm living the dream life," as she shows off her Range Rover, her ring on her finger, and her going to Pilates. You know, she's living the dream life of being a stay-at-home wife who just goes to Pilates and drives a Range Rover her husband bought. As someone who has been single my entire life, who doesn't even know what it's like to have a guy pick you up and drive you places and pay for your meals and your matcha beyond a first date, which again, we're even lucky if we get that these days, I just got to a point where I'm like, I am just tired of providing for myself. And it's always been easier to be a strong, independent woman when things are going well financially, but I am in a current season where I don't even know how I'm going to pay my rent in a couple months. And obviously things like that trigger me, where I'm like, man, if only I had someone to pay half of the rent with. Especially I'm in a building that 80% of the people here live with a significant other, because the rent can be kind of high for LA. Honestly, to live on your own in LA it takes a lot. Anyways, I was in my feels and I was like, okay, God, I know that I'm in this season for a reason. There's a greater purpose behind it, but sometimes it sucks and it feels unfair, and it just feels sucky that this is my cross to bear, that like my singleness is being used for a greater purpose, for perhaps even this account and the Hopeful Romantics Club, and to help others feel seen and heard who are in a similar season. But again, after 32 years, I'm like, but when is it going to be my turn to be taken care of and provided for, and to be someone's first, and to have someone to go home to, you know? But I am so grateful for the friends in my life, for the community I'm surrounded by, for even the career dreams that I do have and get to chase. But I just, want to be real about how sometimes it does suck being single, and the waiting can be really hard. But I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know how much longer I have left in this tunnel. Groundbreaking news: the way to combat loneliness and sadness is to bring it back to the present and to gratitude. But just know that we're in the trenches together, and sometimes the trenches truly suck.
Yeah, she's going to be single forever. I just don't see how you make it to 32 without ever being in a relationship, and you're going to be prepared for a serious relationship. And honestly, she seems very selfish. She seems very selfish, because a lot of girls, they're dating for the benefits. What's in it for them, right? They want to know, it's my turn to be taken care of. I want to pay half the rent. Like, you think she wants to go 50-50 with you, but really she just wants to pay half the rent. So a lot of times when you lead with what you stand to gain, you don't think about what's in it for men. It comes off that way. Like, I'm reading this, I don't even know you, but I'm reading this as like, yo, you are a selfish girl. I would hate to be in a relationship with you, because you're not thinking about what you could provide for a man. See, if you thought about what you could provide for a man, then you'll be a greater catch. Now, here's a woman who pretends like she's happy, but deep down inside, she's hopeless, and she's jealous of women who are stay-at-home wives and living a great life. And she wants to live the great life too. She wants to Range Rover, and she wants to go do Pilates and keep up with the Joneses like every other girl's doing. It's her turn. How come she don't get a turn at this? Right? Instead of thinking to herself, man, I would be a great wife to a man because I'm going to do this, this, and that. I'm going to make sure his clothes are folded. I'm going to make sure he got food to eat when he comes home at night. I'm going to never weaponize sex. Like, when you start thinking like that, I'm telling you, you appeal to men more. Listen, this is why most people suck at social media, even YouTube as an example, because people get onto YouTube and they think about, well, what's in it for me? What am I going to get out of this? And they don't think about the audience. I started popping on YouTube when I thought about the audience. I put the audience first. I make videos not for me. I make videos for you guys. When I was making videos for myself, you can go back to my oldest videos. When I was making videos for myself, I was documenting my life as a photographer, and nobody cared. Nobody cared. Some of the videos did well because there were women in it and I was a model photographer, but ultimately nobody cared. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
Never in a million years did I think I would be saying this. When a man wants to take care of you, it's something special. I've been with my partner for almost 4 years. I've watched him grow into such an incredible, amazing, successful, talented human. I literally watched him just like bloom before my eyes. He has been saying things recently that I'm not used to, where he's like, I think I'm gonna start paying for your manicures and pedicures every month. Like, I think I should be paying for that. Okay. I got a little stressed this month because I had some big bills to pay. Right away, he's like, don't worry, take my card. What do you mean take your card? Take my card. If you need to go get yourself some lunch, you want to get yourself a coffee, whatever it is, like just use my card. And I was like, for my birthday? Look what he got me for my birthday. Look what this man got me for my birthday. What? It was crazy because I literally told him for my birthday, I was like, I don't need nothing crazy. Like, I just want to get away with you for like a day. I want to wake up somewhere else in the mountains. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to do that and get you something else. And he got me those. I know. Last night we were talking and I was like, I just want to thank you for like really being a provider for me this last month. Like, it's really felt so good and it's been really special. And it's not anything I would have ever thought to ask you for, but the fact that you've just done it so willingly and like without even batting an eye really made me feel closer to you. And it wasn't so much about the finances rather than his automatic willingness. Without a doubt, you need it, I got it. And he was like, yeah, what if I'm just trying to get rich so I could take care of you? You want me to cry? And I told him, I was like, no, I'm always gonna wanna work for myself. And he also wants me to work for myself. But the fact that he's like, if shit ever hit the fan and you couldn't pay rent and you couldn't pay this, like, I've got you. He needs to get the ring. We're working on that, ladies. We're working on that. But damn, I can't even lie to you. It is a very special feeling, especially as a girl who didn't have it growing up. I just look at him with googly eyes. I'm like, you just look at me and you just want to take care of me? Oh my gosh. Damn, is it healing. So Sprinkle Girls, I get it. I get the lore. But I do have to say it feels even better when you get it without asking and simply just because they want to. I get it. That's not the case for a lot of people. I never thought that would be the case for me. Not because I don't think he's a giving person, but it's just not something I thought about. And when it happens, it's like, wow, this is nice. This is nice.
Yeah, it's girls like her that pissed off the last girl. Just pissed her off. You know what pisses me off about this girl? Another girl who's so selfish. She made a 2-minute video talking about how she's well taken care of. And she never talked about the guy other than he's successful and now he could do stuff for her financially. Like, what about... We don't know anything about him except for he's just a walking wallet. She's just dating an ATM machine. That's all we know. Right? An ATM machine just so generous to her. She started struggling with payments of her bills and she got big bills to pay, so the kind man just offered to pay her mani and her pedi, and she really liked, oh my god, he just offered the willingness, right? She never talked about what she just offers for him in return. You never heard, because he does this, I want to do more for him. You never heard any of that this entire time. A man would say, yo, I got this girl, blah blah, she does this for me, so you know what, man, I'll kill for her, like I'll do this for her, I'll do anything for her, I'll protect her. You never heard her say that he's going to get anything more for what he's done. Nothing more. This is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. We're living in some strange times, man. Strange times. Anyway, here's another girl tired about being single. Take a look.
Okay, I'm just venting here, but like, this really sucks. When you fill your day absolutely to the brim of things that your hobbies and all these things you do, but then when you're single, it's just like you end the day kind of just realizing you are alone and there's like nothing to really change that in this current moment. Like, could I start swiping and just like randomly going on dates? Sure. Is it gonna make me feel fulfilled and like I'm with someone? No, it's gonna make me feel worse. But then there's also the part where like people tell you, oh, like find hobbies, do all these things. I ran for 9 miles and then I made a YouTube video and then I made another video for a brand and then I filmed another video for a brand, and I also went to go read in the park for 2 hours. Like, and I made lunch and breakfast and dinner that were like healthy. So I'm like fully taking care of myself. I'm very well fed and healthy, and my mind is well fed too, and so is my spirit. But then there's always just the other end of it where it's just like, I'm still alone. And it sucks. Like, that's it. That there's no other thing to it. And the thing is, I don't want to be in a relationship with just anybody, right? Like, I'm not trying to be like, okay, I just need like a body. No, I want something equally as fulfilling as all the other things that are in my life. But at a certain point, those other things that are fulfilling your life still somehow don't feel totally fulfilling. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. But
she's not fine. She's losing it. She's going to go insane. This girl's going to go on antidepressants very shortly. I'm telling you. This is the type of girl that's on antidepressants. Look what she said in the beginning. Oh, yeah, sure, I could just swipe and go on dates, but am I going to be fulfilled? No, I'm not. Because, just using men for dates that you really don't like, yeah, she could do it. She could brag about being have men, but, she really wants the man she really dreams of. Women have made this imaginary man that they're holding out for. They're holding out. Their whole life is being held up, waiting for this one man to step in and fill the void. But that man doesn't exist. This idea that you're going to be a man that meets all your requirements when there's no possible way you meet all his requirements is the problem. That's the problem. And it's funny because is she an ugly girl, guys? No, she's not an ugly girl. She's even Asian. Asian women are married at the highest clip. But when you're a feminist, this is what happens. They tell you, delay family, delay marriage, do all that after college. I'm telling you right now, the best thing for women to do is have families before college and go college later in life. You should start women should start moving towards going to college in their 30s. That's what should happen. Get the career later in life. Get the family early. Get the career later in life. And if you want to know, this is what the Jews do. This is what the Jews do. Okay, I'm not saying the Jews they do everything right, but they definitely have good communities, right, where they stick together. They're tight-knit communities. They all like to live amongst each other. Okay, and one of the things they do is they get married very young. Ben Shapiro, he got married at 23. His wife was 20, I believe. He was a virgin, she was a virgin. They got married very young. And so you just think about that. We're doing this all wrong. We're doing this all wrong. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
Something that we don't talk about enough as a society is how hard it is for women who grew up surrounded by very masculine, yet very loving men to find men attractive. Because let me just give you some context. My dad is incredibly masculine. He built our entire house with his dad. He always built all of our cars. He literally could fix anything. Like, there was literally never a problem in my life that my dad could not fix. Like, keys locked out of your car, easy, he'll come break them out. Like, your car breaks down halfway across the country, easy, he will fly there and fix it for you. Keep in mind, my grandpa, my mom's dad, is pretty much the same. Like, he's, could fix anything. Like, anything went wrong, it's okay, baby, I'll come fix it for you. Better yet, I'll teach you how to do it so that you're capable. Like, I could change my own oil. I could probably build basic things because I have these very masculine men in my lives who taught me, you can do whatever you want, baby. Like, you got this. And then my great-grandpa, who I had in my life until a few years ago, he was a World War II fighter pilot. Like, that man went through crazy stuff, and yet he was the most gentle, kind, loving man. Like, he was not afraid to be, a loving, kind, and my father, and my grandpa, and my dad's dad, all of them, my papa, all of them, loving, kind men while also being so capable. And it's really hard to find a man like that. I literally have yet to find a man that can do all those things.
Go to your nearest Jiffy Lube. Go to your nearest Midas. You can't find a man that knows how to change oil. You know what I'm saying? There's so many schools. You could just line up in front of these schools and find people graduating to become auto mechanics or maybe go into HVAC. Go to a vocational school. Listen, when women say this stuff to me, what they realize is just because you have a masculine or traditional masculine job doesn't mean you're masculine. Your father could have been beta for all I know. He might have had a masculine job. It's like saying a woman is feminine because she knows how to cook. Or she's feminine because she knows how to clean. Listen, man, feminine is energy too. Feminine is a mindset too. It's how you carry yourself, not just your job. It's what you do. I could be masculine and a content creator. You could be feminine and a content creator. It's how we approach creating content. It's not necessarily what we do. It's how we do it. That's what's important. Now, I thought this was interesting as well. Take a look.
Last night I went on a walk with a friend. She and I were catching up. I hadn't seen her in a while. And she asked me about my love life, which I never talk about on this platform. But I thought this story was worthy of your consideration. I shared with her the experience that made me realize that dating apps were not for me. I had matched with this gentleman, and we were having an initial conversation, and he starts to ask me about my work. Now, because I know the scale of work that I do and the many accomplishments that has come with it, I really don't bring it up. I don't talk about it. I never lead with that. And so I keep it really general. I said, well, I'm an educator and I'm really passionate about mental health. And so he's like, oh, okay, this is great. What exactly do you teach? What level do you teach? And so I share that information, and the questions become more and more pointed to the point where I'm like, okay, we're having the work conversation. And so I provide a brief summary of the work that I do in terms of my career, my scholarship, and the platform that I have built on social media. And his response was, but can you cook a pot of greens? There's a word for this. Actually, there's a few words for this, but the word is called negging, not nagging, not N-A.
Okay, I don't want her to go into it. She's done with dating apps because she didn't want to brag to a man she met on a dating app that, she's a successful content creator, boo, whatever, blah, blah. And he said, that's nice and all, but can you cook? And now she thinks, no, dating apps are not for me. And it's funny because she's a content creator she's a life coach. Right? She has 21,000 followers, not that many for TikTok. You can have 100,000 followers on TikTok in no time. And it's funny to me that she's a life coach because take a look at this. She's coaching people how to live a better life. But as you can see, she's morbidly obese. Like she has titty fat coming out of her arms. But she's a life coach. I rest my case right there. Okay, it's not the dating apps, maybe it's you. Anyway, you guys like the fashion trends for the fall? Take a look at this fashion trend.
3 impossibly chic color combinations you must try this fall. Olive and charcoal. It's modern, it's sophisticated, it has a really grounding, natural feeling to it. I think this combination looks great with some black accessories. But I also think it could be really nice with some powder blue sprinkled into the mix like this. Speaking of powder blue, I know everybody loves powder blue and chocolate brown. It's so elegant, it was all the rage this time last year. However, if you're willing to get a little bold, deep plum and powder blue, I mean, how good is this? It's a perfect little modern twist, a little bit of a refresh to the classic combination that I just mentioned. I'm obsessed with this. And lastly, burgundy and chocolate brown. This is fall sophistication. I mean, it's deep, it's luxurious, it's rich. 3 impossible.
Burgundy and chocolate brown is a must-have. I absolutely stand that. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.